opinions stated in this podcast do not reflect the opinions of the Alestle or SIUE as a whole. Welcome back to another episode of Alestle After Hours. I'm your host, Sam Muren, and today I have copy editor Matt Wolden and also sports editor Audrey here joining me on the podcast. Guys, how are you doing today?
Great. I love that we don't have to introduce ourselves anymore.
I will say this is, I think, my first time being on the podcast. Well, obviously, since you've become host, but also with Mr. Matthew Wolden over here.
Oh my God! Wait,
yeah,
so this is like,
and this is quite the trio we have set up here. That's all I gotta say.
We've got big personalities. Well, right. Yeah, Matt, it has been a while. Even when Hannah was producer, you haven't been on the show in a hot minute.
Yeah, I think I've only been like here two times.
Oh my gosh, really?
Well, now you're writing more, right?
What do you mean?
You're writing more stories, so you have more to talk about.
I guess so.
Because, well, our staffing issue. So now other people are taking on the role, and well, I actually forced Matt to, every time Matt's like, well, okay, maybe. I'm like, just take a story.
I was really busy this past week, and I wasn't sure if I was going to have time, you know?
Yes, he always does that, and I always yell at him to do it and pressure him.
I'm a busy person.
And you know what? He turns out. You turn out.
Oh, yeah, you're featured here on the podcast, man. I think it's a good work.
It's a good story.
And let me tell you, it's always so hard. It's always
Don't
so
cry.
much. I will cry. You are so mean.
You know what, Matt? That we can agree on.
Hey,
she is very mean. Okay, but let's talk about the story that you did write, Matt, that you hesitantly took, I guess. About a bit of the tornadoes that hit St. Louis. Your story was more on how SIUE decided to help out with the aftermath of that. Mm-hmm. Can you kind of talk about what the basis of the story was and kind of how you went about writing it?
So the basis was there was a tornado in St. Louis. I'm pretty sure a lot of people know that, not just us. But since like SIUE had like a little event to go out and help, the main thing was like contacting the person who coordinated it and then asking like what went into that and is there anybody I can interview? She offered to like send out emails and ask people who went there what they would they be willing to be interviewed. 4 people reached out to me. I think 3 people just like completely went through the entire process, which I was extremely grateful for. Thank you, people who decided to be interviewed. I appreciate you a lot.
Well, one person that definitely reached back out to you was Ashley Jones, correct? And
yes.
She's the coordinator at the Kimmel Center, yes.
Mm-hmm. Literally great that she reached out to me. I don't think I would have been able to write the story without her reaching out to me. She was the person who coordinated a lot. She did a lot. She wanted to like do this, so like she just started the event, I guess. Like
what did she do? Like how did she coordinate?
She kind of just did it.
But what was she like overseeing? Just the rise in donations from students, or did they go out into the community?
They went out into the community to do it. Apparently there was like a little bit of a scheduling error. She went to try to like help I guess like clean up some of the mess that was caused, but because they went by bus and like didn't drive individually, they couldn't really help out since they didn't have anything to like carry rubble or whatever. So instead they went to like a little donation center, you know, and whenever they did that, they were able to like actually help. After that though, she was reached out to like start a sort of donation drive instead.
Awesome. Very cool. Yeah, I read the story, and obviously a lot of the downtown region of St. Louis got hit pretty hard by those tornadoes. And it took a lot of time not for the city to react, but more for like federal aid to come in from, you know, the federal government. I know the mayor was really calling for that too. They finally did get approved, but I think your story really highlights like the importance of those people getting like local community groups getting down on the ground to give aid.
Actually, something that I didn't put in my story, but I think would be interesting to bring up is how she went about the donation drive. Not only did she like get stuff like on the SIUE campus, but I believe she also went to the campus in East St. Louis and another area around here. I don't really remember. To like set things up. Oh yeah, the library at not SIUE, just in Edwardsville, and that was kind of awesome that she did that.
Yeah, she seems very willing to help. It takes special kind of people to be motivated like that. What was it like interviewing Ashley?
Like interviewing a lot of other people, but like,
is that a good thing or?
Oh, good thing. She held herself professionally, like a lot of other people, you know, and yeah.
People like that, they're one of a kind, you know, where they're just willing to jump in and start something.
Oh, my bad. I don't notice that about people.
And this is why I bully Matt.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about some of the volunteers. So you interviewed some people that did, and they're students that volunteered, yes? What was kind of like their perspective? What did they get out of it, basically?
Hours, stuff for their resume, but also they got to help people and stuff. Some people some people genuinely, because like people saw the wreckage, like either through news or like actually witnessing the stuff, and they genuinely wanted to help.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing that people told me. They wanted to help and also put stuff on their resume. But
yeah, well, I mean, you know, it's killing two birds with one stone. Yeah.
No, because like genuinely like seeing the wreckage, seeing like stuff that happened, like seeing things in your own community, you're going to want to help, you know? Like that's another reason why I wanted to pick up the story. Like you guys know that I'm like in the community service.
Yeah, you do a lot. You're involved in a lot of clubs and other activities outside of, you know, just school.
The one that like I'm more involved in with extracurricular wise is Alpha Phi Omega, which is the community service group, which is why I wanted to pick up the story. Like I try to do community stuff if I can, like if I have the time and stuff. So I was genuinely happy to pick up this story, but hesitant in the fact that I just do a lot of stuff, Audrey.
Yeah.
And you know what? You did this.
Yeah, but that's a good point, is like it called to you kind of, I think. And that's why it's good to have like students that take stories that are involved and it fits the kind of the profile, you know. Just going back to Ashley, I thought this was a really good quote from the story. She said, "Anytime I set up a donation drive, I'm always nervous. Every time I do anything like this, I'm just like, what if we do this donation drive and nobody gives anything?" The first day I had already had 5 bags outside my bin, which is just really, really neat. You know, you could tell that she's passionate.
And not only that, but like there were a lot of other things that happened that were good with the donation drive too. Like there were a lot of people who ended up donating like and holding their own donation drive. I believe she mentioned the police department, the SIUE police department. Actually, it might have been just, I don't remember exactly which one. It's been a while since I interviewed her, but I know that there were like a lot of people, whether like either like on SIU campus or like somewhere else, that set up their own donation drive.
Yeah,
and
it inspired. Yeah, like other drives, her push for that. Yeah,
they actually like sent this stuff her way, after they doing it.
Sweet. No, that's great. I guess like really my last question for you is like, what was it like interviewing these people that had seen the change? And like you said, you're someone who's heavily involved. These are people who are kind of, they're not disaster relief, but it is disaster relief really in a smaller community service way. How does that affect you as a reporter? Yeah.
I just love hearing people's stories about what they're doing, why they do it, and like what they get out of it. Like just why do they want to like help out in the area, and like what they get out of it. That's like the main reason I wanted to pick up the story. I just like to hear other people's experiences.
All right. Well, that's not the only community event we had going on in this last edition that was covered. Audrey here, who covered the second coming of the Mississippi River Festival, which is returned.
Okay, let me take over from here because Sam is having some trouble. So...
Wow. I don't know. I know it's okay. So this is the second return.
Okay, so
you're saying he has to you literally have your phone out to look at.
Well, because I need the lineup because I don't have the lineup memorized. Yes. But basically, the original Mississippi River Festival took place on SIUE's campus from 1969 to 1980 and featured insane like named artists like The Who, Janis Joplin, Bob Dylan. Not only like did they feature artists like that, they also featured community artists, and I know the St. Louis Symphony played there a lot, but basically it was a really big event, and it was very memorable for people, and for a lot of people it holds a dear place in their heart. And so it remained dormant since 1980 because of financial constraints. So they brought it back last year at the Alton Amphitheater, so it's no longer at SIUE, but it now has a new home at the Alton Amphitheater. And this year, they are going to have it spread across 2 days. So last year they only did it one. This year they're going to have it across 2 days, and feature a bunch of just diverse genres and artists.
Let's talk about like who you interviewed first, like the person who sets up MRF.
So I interviewed Nick Buffano, and he is a character. I like this guy a lot. He is just very down to earth, and he loves music. He like genuinely just loves music, and he's just super excited to bring this back, not only because of music, but because the Mississippi River Festival held a deep place in his heart, and he knew the impact on the community, and he wanted to kind of bring that, not necessarily bring it back exactly, but kind of bring back the same sort of intentions that the original organizers had for the festival. So yeah, he's such a character, and I like talking to him every single time. You know, I've interviewed him, but also I've had the opportunity to just talk to this guy, and he is just a wonderful person.
Yeah, and I know that, so it was you, Brandy, and Chloe that reported on it as a team. Brandy wrote the story,
Mm-hmm.
and you and Chloe were there for like videos and photography. For you, is it exciting for you to get to kind of continue to cover it, like the paper's still following it?
Yeah, I live under a rock, and I didn't know this actually existed until last year when I saw like advertisements about it. And so to be able to, I have gone through like the whole thing. I've gone through several art exhibitions, several just talking to original people, the people who went to the original festival, and how much it has had an impact on them. And it's growing a place in my heart because I love the sense of community. I love music. I love concerts. I love everything about it. And just kind of bringing it back for future generations, I think is incredible.
Yeah, I know it's not, it used to be on SIUE's campus, I believe, at one point, and I know it's not there anymore, but I think just its presence like drags the community, like the SIUE community, into it. I know a lot of professors talk about it. The one archivist I talked to like mentioned the whole site where it was at. Like they got into a conversation, not even talking about it. So it's pretty cool to see its revival, I think, in the community. It reminds me a lot of, especially like now that it's a 2-day event. I don't know if you know Songs for Soldiers in Columbia. Like this is where my hometown. I know, there's a hometown shout out, but it really does remind me of this event. It's a concert performance put on by this group that donates all the money to veterans, I believe. It's a wonderful thing, but it's like in the middle of nowhere, my hometown, Columbia. Like that's why I'm shouting it out, because it's kind of crazy that we just get these music festivals out in these regions. It does such a good
like
job for
Edwardsville.
Yeah, but it does such a good job for the community. Like it not only does the event is great for that event's great for like donating to the cause, and this event's great because it brings in the community together, but it also just does great for the community as a whole, like the business side of it. It does great for SIUE. You know, it's a promotional, and it's a good way to bring in revenue and also people to like, hey, we have a cool area. You know, no, it's a really interesting event. I think it's neat that we got to cover it again. All right, well, going from that, let's jump into how your summers have been, because it's summer break, and why talk about school when we can talk about our awesome summers where everyone's doing great fun things, right?
I am taking a summer class. I have an internship, and I am doing this.
So Matt is not having a fun
My summer classes don't start until the 2nd, like in July.
That's crazy.
okay.
I'm
Is
taking
it a 4-week class?
I'm taking 2 like mass communication classes, like 400 level.
Oh, is it the media management?
It's Pepsil and
Oh.
somebody else.
A guest on Alestletics. We had him on there one time. Yeah.
I love Pepsil.
He's a great professor. So some summer class. Man, you guys are
What are
working too hard.
Summer living. Let's really analyze
I
this.
think you guys are adulting a bit too much, and you're just
So,
like,
no,
I just have a lot that I want to get done before.
No, that's-
Do you hang out with your friends?
Yeah.
What do you do? That's summer living. Tell me.
It's barely even living. It's just my.
It's barely even living.
here's
It's
the thing.
crazy.
Here's the thing. It's mainly my roommate that I've been hanging out with because she also got like a summer sort of like. I think it's called an externship or whatever.
Never heard of
it's like
extern.
it's a similar thing to an internship, but it's different.
I don't know,
It's like through class or something. I don't know. It's very
apparently it's. I don't know too much about it. I'm bad with like the details or anything. It's because like it's something for nursing students, I think.
Oh yeah. I feel like they have to jump through like 1,000 hoops.
Dude,
Like-
okay, something that I think is nice though, apparently their schedule is like set in stone.
Yes, I've heard that. I've heard that too. That is nice. Like they have a horrible life for like 2 years because they have to just.
Horrible
Well, it's
life.
no, but it's like they work constantly. But at least the one positive is when you have to suffer.
When you have to suffer.
I'm sure it's great work. I'm sure they have a wonderful time, but they just work a lot, you know.
Mhm.
No, so you've been hanging out with her though.
Yeah. What have we done? We went. Oh my God! I got her to try a Peruvian place. We went to the what's it called? There's like the science museum in St. Louis.
Science Center.
Science Center, I think. Probably.
There's Peruvian food at the Science Center?
no, not at the Science
Oh.
Center. Audrey.
I was like, wow. Wow.
No, it
Audrey's
was
like, when did we go?
I was like, well, sign me up.
No, but then we've been watching a lot of Disney movies from like way back when. It's like I can't believe how old animation is, like, and how old the animation quality is too. Like, we watched the old, like the Cinderella movie, like the animated one, and we saw like a frame of Prince Charming's face. I was like, whoa, that was weirdly animated. There
Okay.
was just
So the important question is, have you been watching the live action remakes,
Oh,
man?
God. No, why would you say that?
I'm just asking.
I will say,
everyone
though,
needs to know.
My favorite movie of all, the live action remake of Aladdin.
I can't say anything about that. I haven't watched it.
Do it.
There are a few that I've watched just because like the Jungle Book one was like interesting.
Yeah.
I
I
haven't
think.
seen that.
It's kind of.
It-
Okay, I will say though, one that it's not a Disney movie, it's Pixar, but I do kind of want to watch How to Train Your Dragon.
the live action? I don't think so. I don't think so. Like, come
No.
on, the first movie was just so good. How can
Well, no,
I
no,
can't,
I
I
agree.
can't.
No, I agree. I just kind of want to see like how they mess it up. You know, here's the
I
thing.
like watching it
That's
for
fair,
the bit
that's
too.
fair.
I love Lilo and Stitch. Great movie. Not my favorite, but it's up there. You know. And I heard that they just completely like rewrote the plot. They cut out characters, and
What?
Wait.
Yes, that's what someone told me. is
That's
they cut out-
crazy.
I know. So I have not watched that movie. I don't know.
Who's
if I,
lying to you?
I don't know.
I'm just kidding. I've never seen it.
I don't know, but I don't want to bear the hurt.
I don't like when they
could
do that.
Who do you think they could have cut out? Actually,
I
Now
think
that we're
they cut out.
speculating.
Do you know the? I can't remember the character's name.
It was like the bodyguard.
Yes, the big.
No
yes,
way!
I know. That's what I'm saying.
that was the
God, a freaking course. They had
I know.
just had to mess it up in the worst way possible. Like,
Take out Stitch.
Yeah, for real, like that. Honestly, well, like,
oh my God! Wait, have you guys heard about the Lilo and Stitch ending?
no, don't.
Why are you
No spoilers. No spoilers.
Oh, dude, it's so bad.
Yeah,
Don't
but
watch...
that's what I'm saying. So I couldn't. Now that's Disney. So this is not Disney. So I thought maybe I'll give this one a chance. But even though the OG will never be beat, that's my thing with Aladdin, all of them. You
Nah.
can't beat the OG.
Well, you can't beat the OG, but the thing is with
Like-
Aladdin, he wasn't trying to be the OG.
Right? No, that's fair. That's why I want to give
That's
How to Train Your Dragon a shot. I
no.
just want to see it.
Why wait? Don't spend your money on that. Wait till it comes to streaming.
Well, yeah, that's why. Obviously,
okay,
I'm not like
we're
gonna
okay.
like.
Well, we're on the
No,
same page.
because with that's why I kind of like Maleficent. I actually really like Maleficent.
Because Maleficent.
That's fair. But it's not like had its
it's
own.
so cool. I actually
feel
love
like
how they do everything.
The thing with Maleficent is when it came out, that was its original version. So like
Yes,
it didn't have a bar.
But it
to
didn't
reach.
have like an animated
yeah.
Maleficent.
Right.
It kind of just went off of another
she
story.
was there, but she wasn't like
She wasn't
that story.
there.
Because like it's based off of like Sleeping Beauty, but
yeah.
Oh my god, it was so cool to me. I love like the world and everything. Like it's
I love the world.
No, come on, it was so pretty.
Summer living.
It was just... Okay, what have you been doing, Audrey?
Guys, I wish you had video. So you could see my face right now.
Just imagine a blank face. There you go.
I got Paramount Plus free trial, okay? But it only lasted a week, so I spent it binge watching RuPaul's Drag Race, I fear. Just binge watching every single season, and it finally ran out yesterday, and I don't know what to do with my
that's my.
Do you know what? Actually, something that I've heard about that you might be interested in.
Uh-oh.
I've heard of like this thing on Shudder, like which is apparently just like a horror movie streaming service.
Really?
Apparently, they have something called Count Dracula, which is just scary and disturbing drag.
I'm gonna write that down right now.
But you bring up a good point with streaming. Like you get that limited window and you binge everything, and then after the show's over, you're like, what do I do with my life? Like I hate that feeling.
You should have had Olivia on the podcast.
Yes, because we did talk about that in the paper as well.
Okay, next episode we'll bring her on. But no, like I want like my thing with Amazon Prime is I never want to pay for it, but there's so many shows I want to watch on there. There's so many
good
shows.
Stuff
I know.
Too. Like Amazon Prime actually has.
Amazon Prime has a student thing.
Do they?
Really?
Yeah.
Prime
I
Video.
got it for a limited time, and I did the student. No, like I did that option, and just because there was a show that came out that I wanted to watch, and then I canceled it because I don't want to pay for it anymore. But once the show is re-releasing season 2 in December,
so
I'm gonna get it for the limited time.
No, get your sister to do it.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Yeah. It's so a shame because I'm out of shows. We're like everyone's waiting for Stranger Things.
If you do end up trying to watch Count Dracula, though, can you tell me, because I would be so down to watch that. Like,
I think that's Matt's obsession, which
no,
leads
it's
us
like
into
it's
the
like
next.
it's like a horror. It's like apparently disturbing, and I just
Okay.
Well, we don't want disturbing.
No, I just don't know. Like I haven't seen any clips.
Oh,
or
so
anything.
Matt is needing someone to watch it with him. That's his problem.
I also don't want to pay
Any
for
takers
Shudder.
out there?
He's scared.
I also don't want to pay for
Call
Shudder.
this number at no. I'm just kidding. Matt, drop your phone number. No, I'm kidding. But okay, let's transition from Disney movies and streaming service to obsessions. I don't know if that is your obsession, but Matt, what has been your obsession so far?
Right
this
now,
week?
So Deltarune dropped chapter 3 and 4. I'm a freaking nerd, but I have been obsessed with that and trying to come up with theories on what could possibly be happening next.
What?
What is it?
Deltarune?
Deltarune? I don't know what that is.
Have you heard of Undertale?
Yes.
It's a sequel to that.
There you go.
No way. That's actually really exciting.
You got Sam Geekin over there.
No, I finally picked up what you're talking about. Yeah, no, that's exciting. I have no idea what that was.
He said that music.
I was like, huh?
If you want to, I'm pretty sure chapters 1 and 2 are free, so you can just...
of Undertale?
Of Deltarune.
Oh, that's exciting.
So if you want it, you can... And it takes just as long to play as Undertale, so...
Really?
Have you played Undertale?
So, funny story. As a kid, I never, bought games. I just watched...
I read books.
No, I just watched YouTubers play them.
Worse.
So, yeah, it is worse. It's like iPad kid level.
Oh, God.
But yeah, so I think I watched... I don't know, some YouTuber play Undertale. It's been a really long time, and I had to rewatch it probably.
Mm-hmm. And if you think about the letters in Deltarune, it's literally an anagram for Undertale.
Wow. Okay. No, you've got.
Well, now everybody knows how to spell.
Is it a sequel or a prequel?
I don't
It's
know.
a quill.
Oh.
It's
just a new game.
But the thing is, it has all the characters from the original game.
Okay, so it's got to be maybe.
It's. I don't know. I just don't know.
So the mystery will
It's
remain.
a different world. It's a different world.
What will have to happen is in 4 weeks we'll have to have you back on the podcast to fill us in how you did. But okay, so Audrey, how about you? What is your obsession for the week?
So, Mr. Sam, I might get clocked.
Oh.
Or I might get a round of applause.
Oh.
What?
I would just say this new season of Fortnite.
Oh.
Now, the reason I said I'm going to get clocked is because Sam asks me all the time to play, and I keep just
you're right. You're 100%
not
right.
answering
Yeah.
him. But this new season,
Did you get the Sabrina Carpenter skin?
Oh, that's
That's
been
out.
First of all, that they need to take that out of the shop. It's
that's
been
been
too
in there
long.
for quite a bit.
Well, yeah, that's true. But I was just gonna say, like, how long are they gonna just leave
Yeah, I
it
know.
there?
I don't want it anymore. Get it out.
I mean, I have it, but like, I don't want it anymore.
Sam,
Yeah, you got my friend
did
has
you get the music pass?
No.
You just bought.
bought the skin and a few of the emotes. My friend has one of I don't remember which song it is, but as the lobby music. He had it as the lobby music for so long. Which I'm not gonna lie. Imagine logging into Fortnite and just all you hear is please, please, please over and over and over again.
I have a lot of I have a lot of things to say, but I'm gonna keep that for after the podcast.
That's after the after hours.
Don't ever do that again.
It's not as bad as other friend. My other friend has Ice Spice. There you go. See, it's not.
Ice Spice. I mean, you see, Ice Spice is agreeable.
Is it? I argue the other way.
Okay, folks, this is just turning into the Alestletics podcast.
Yeah, it really is.
Because he's just
Okay,
yelling at me.
Okay, no.
But Sam, I want to know. Since my obsession is Fortnite, you have to choose something else. What's your obsession?
That's a good question.
Wait, is his only obsession Fortnite? Is that
He's
No.
playing Fortnite at 3 a.m.
No.
I can't.
Oh my god, wait, I've seen that on Discord.
Wow, I'm getting out in here.
That's what I'm seeing on Discord too. I like 3 a.m. I just open my phone. And it's like Sam playing Fortnite with like 5 other people.
I feel like
oh
I've
my God.
explained myself multiple times that my friend works at Boeing and he gets off at a late hour. So the only time I can play with my friend is that from like
So you stay
midnight.
up that late? Is that your like bro?
Yeah, it's my bro.
Aww.
And the thing is my obsession is not Fortnite. We actually haven't been playing Fortnite.
They've been playing Terraria.
Yeah, my sister and her boyfriend are big Terraria fans, and so that's what they've been playing. And my friend is also a big fan of the game, so they dragged me into it. No, I think that would be my obsession, just playing at 3 a.m. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Playing with my friends.
Yeah.
At 3 a.m. Fortnite challenge.
Playing what my friends tell me to play.
Yeah, pretty much. But we all agree to it, so it's not just me.
Content
just go with the
is
flow.
key.
The sad thing is, like, I did not get to go to sleep until like 4 or 5.
Well, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
When did you wake up?
I woke up. I didn't go to sleep. I actually just didn't go to sleep until.
Okay,
Stop
so
you're
so
changing
you
your
said
story.
That you went to
Stop
sleep at
lying to
4.
me.
Well, no, I got. Okay, I lied.
Why
I
did
can't
you lie?
remember. Honestly,
There's no reason
here's
to
the thing.
lie
Here's
here.
the thing. I honestly forget what happens at what time.
This was like 12 hours ago.
I know. Well, I did take a nap before leaving to come here, but
How long was your nap?
Okay, so
like 3 to 4 hours. I don't
okay,
know.
so he could be lying. For all we know, he actually just woke up like a few minutes
it's
before
possible.
the podcast.
Bro,
I
slept
rolled
here.
I rolled out of bed and I just rolled here.
Bruh. Rolled here is crazy.
Okay, I think that's good for obsessions. Well, thank you guys for joining this week's episode of Alestle After Hours. For all you listening, don't forget to tune into Alestletics next week.
Be there, be square. I will be there. Be there.
Yeah, be there because Audrey will be there, and we have some fun things to look forward to there. As for this podcast, you can tune back in 3 weeks from now, and we will be there to see you then. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.